Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to the first of 2 night races at Daytona. Uh-oh, there's a possible warning for lightning. You know what that means. Yep, Mother Nature is at it again, and the race gets weather delayed. Thankfully, the weather delay ended early, so the race will still get started. The Wawa Goose, aka Wally the Goose, also gives off the command to start their engines. Also, Parker Klingerman is going to be taking over for Zillisch just in case he's not able to complete the event, despite the fact that Zillisch is cleared to race, but Zillisch was in a lot of pain. Yeah, so it was pretty beneficial for Klingerman to take his place and be on standby. It was for the best of him. Anyways, the 2025 Wawa 250 begins with Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith battling for the lead. Austin Hill is also right behind them. Sam Mayer drafts to the lead, but Sammy is not slowing down. Holy crapper! This is an intense battle. Sammy Smith takes the lead, and Sam Mayer is trying his best to take the lead away from him. Yeah, pack racing can get exciting. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Even more excitement ensues as some drivers, like Nick Sanchez, try to make their moves. Sammy Smith is able to clear Sam Mayer, and he's now leading the race. Once a super speedway driver, always a super speedway driver. Mayer gets the lead back, and Harrison Burton loses control, but no caution is thrown. Thankfully, he's safe, as he didn't appear to be a hazard to the other drivers. However, the crush panel is gone and it flew off. NASCAR didn't even call a caution for that. Seriously, NASCAR, get your stuff together. You don't call a caution for debris? That's like a hazard to the track. Mayer continues to hang on to his lead while Austin Hill is right behind him. The caution still gets thrown for rain. But anyways, the driver swap begins and Parker Klingerman gets in the car. The other Parker Reslaff, is having mechanical issues with his car. A few drivers come down to pit road. The caution extended as rain just appeared out of nowhere. He just had to ruin it, Mother Nature. And the race gets red flagged for rain. But anyways, the race gets back to yellow and it eventually restarts with Sammy Smith and Sam Mayer continuing to battle for the lead. Sammy Smith is able to clear him thanks to him getting help from his teammate, Justin Allgaier. Again, Mayer is not slowing down. Mayer takes the lead, but Sammy Smith gets another push, and after an intense battle and a sudden caution appears with Quapple and Gray getting involved, Sammy Smith wins the first stage of this year's Wawa 250. Also, during the caution, we get a D Burrito and Jeb Burton jump scare as the two drivers start moving through the field. But anyways, the first race off of pit road begins, and Sam Mayer wins the race off pit road. Klingerman is also in second. Wait, what? Anyways, the second stage begins with Jesse Love jumping to the lead, but Klingerman still manages to gain enough momentum to get past him for the lead. However, Jesse Love gets the lead back and is trying his best to block any passing attempt from Klingerman. He doesn't keep the lead for long as Sammy Smith pushes Klingerman to the lead. Klingerman has to try his best to manage all 3 lanes in an attempt to protect the lead. Haley bumps Parker out of the way, and then all of a sudden he's in the lead. Wait, what? Sammy Smith still wants to win that race, while he has to hold off Sheldon Creed. Even Jesse Love is back in the mix as he managed to claw his way back to third. Jesse Love just got the lead back after blocking any progress made by Jeb Burton. Dang it! I hope someone gets past him. Please don't have him ruin this race for me. Thankfully, Sammy Smith got past him, but not for long. Austin Hill jumped up to second and started racing his own teammate. But look who's in third! Yep, it's Anthony Alfredo. Even with 7 to go on the second stage, Jesse Love is still leading. But Allgaier has just started moving for the field. Hill gets loose and that allows Allgaier to take the lead. Yes, let that be a lesson to never mess with Dale Jr.'s team. Sammy Smith isn't so lucky as he spun out and caused a caution with just 2 laps to go on the second stage. Sawalwich and Jeb also got involved, but anyways. Allgaier wins the second stage, and our second race off of pit road comes underway. Austin Hill wins the race off of pit road. Ugh. Anyways, with just 34 to go, the third and final stage begins with the 2 RCR drivers battling for the lead, and Austin Hill manages to take the lead after he gets a push by Ryan Sieg. Anthony Alfredo just went off track and causes a caution. He can't even seem to get his car started as he's having mechanical issues. But anyways, the caution ends with Creed and Hill battling for the lead. Wait! I can't be seeing this. Creed manages to clear him. Holy crap, this could be it. Ryan Sieg then gets past him. Oh gee, this is a battle for the underdogs. Oh man, what a night. Roger Carruth then loses control, but no caution is thrown as he made it. Ryan Sieg and Sheldon Creed continue to side draft each other for the lead. Even Josh Williams, who just switched teams, is in the top 10. Austin Hill is trying to get past Creed, but couldn't. The two continue to side draft each other to try to take the lead. You see, this is why I like pack racing. It makes Daytona and Talladega more exciting to watch. Sieg gets a push from Klingerman and manages to clear Creed for the lead, though he still has to deal with Klingerman, who is always great on super speedways. The Truck Series race at Daytona, well, this year's Truck Series race at Daytona proves that. A shame that he got his win taken away from him. Austin Hill and Jesse Love move for the field, and Hill is in second. Even with his best side drafting efforts, he cannot seem to clear Klingerman. And another caution just came out when things were just getting exciting. Taylor Gray got loose and got involved with Jeremy Clements. It also caused a chain reaction with other drivers getting involved. We also get an interview with Ryan Sieg's crew chief, Matt Noyce. But anyways, the caution ends with Klingerman and Ryan Sieg battling for the lead. Thanks to a push from Allgaier, Klingerman manages to get past Ryan Sieg. Speaking of Ryan Sieg, he spins out, causes a huge wreck, and causes the next caution of the day. Dang it! I was so wanting him to win. Not even poor William Sawalwich and Josh Williams are safe. The race gets into overtime, aka green-white checker. Jeez, I hate it when they call it overtime. I agree with Mark Martin on that. It should be called green-white checkered. If there's one thing that I agree with Mark Martin on is, yeah, overtime being called overtime should be called green-white checkered. It's not any timing in NASCAR. There's no timing in NASCAR. It's just green-white checkered. Like, you should call it that. Why don't you just call it that instead? Although I respect his opinion on going back to the regular Winston Cup style points format. It's been years since NASCAR has used that points format. I think it's time to move on from it. And I actually did grow up with the playoffs, by the way. But even I know that the playoffs do need to be fixed. Anyways. And it restarts with Klingerman continuing to lead, and then Sammy Smith joined the chat as he jumped up to second. Austin Hill fell back to 11th and is no longer in contention to win the race, and just when a huge wreck causes a late race caution, Parker Klingerman still wins the 2025 Wawa 250 at Daytona. Holy crapper, that is redemption for him, losing that win in the Truck Series. Yay! And he definitely deserved that win, by the way, but he got disqualified from it. Yeah, Corey Heim didn't win that Daytona race. Parker did. And Zillisch can also cheer him on in victory lane. Needless to say, it gets a 9 out of 10. Keep in mind, Parker Klingerman had never won a single race in the Xfinity Series until now. He couldn't even win at the Roval, but he still managed to win at Daytona while filling in for Connor Zillisch and putting on one heck of a good show. It was a great race, to say the least. There's not much else that can be said. Great race. Definitely love seeing Parker Klingerman win and get redemption for that lost win in the Truck Series. But anyways, here's last year's Wawa 250 race review before I see it. But I must warn you, it has inaudible dialogue as the video itself was rushed, and yeah, I basically forgot to mute the NASCAR Heat 5 footage, by the way. It was a mistake that I made. Here's some bonus content for you guys to enjoy. Bonus content time, yeah. I had to make sure that the bonus content at least fit in with the theme of the video. And today, or tonight depending on when you're watching this video, I decided to review by Jeff Gordon, Jurassic Park the Ride, Diecast Bank, based on the infamous T-Rex car that raced in the All-Star race. Yeah, so the box is basically an insert just like any other action diecast, or most other diecast cars that I've owned. Yeah, and once you open it up and remove the styrofoam, you get the car itself. The infamous T-Rex car that cheated its way to victory in the All-Star race. Yeah, let's take a closer look at it. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, they definitely got every detail down, and I got this car at a discount at my local diecast place known as B&M Sports Cards. Yeah, they sell other sports memorabilia, but I usually go there to buy NASCAR stuff. Yeah, the engine actually looks pretty good. And the wheels turn, which is rare for these diecast banks. It's rare for any of these diecast banks to have turning wheels and an engine that you can actually see. Because most of them don't even have the engine. And it even has a fuel tank. Yeah, it has a fuel cell. Look at that. Really awesome details. And on the underside, you also got a transmission and the key. Yeah, the key that you use to open the hatch to get out your coins. So yeah, it is a really cool looking car. It's got a lot of great details. It's even built very well because it's not Chinese made, it's American made. I'm not going to go into politics, by the way. Yeah. No politics on this channel. It's purely for everyone. So yeah, this is the Jeff Gordon Diecast Bank. In my opinion, it's a great looking car and a great way to get a version of the infamous T-Rex car if you're on a budget. It gets a 9 out of 10 for me, because I like every bit of detail on this diecast bank, and I do like the fact that you get to see the engine and the fuel cell. And some even have interiors. So yeah, really cool looking car. And the link to the last year's Wawa 250 is right here in the end of the video itself. Even though a lot of the dialogue is inaudible. Because, well, I forgot to mute the video for last year's race review, but I wasn't going to make the same mistake again for this year's race review. And you know the drill by now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out.